facing like the owner of Team Complexity, and as you guys know, he was in the same group as Zex, Fnatic, and Team 3D. So you guys are usually in a separate group. Can you tell us, were you guys ready for the competition before you guys started the match?
Yeah, I really felt we were ready. In our boot camp, we beat Pentagram a couple times, JMC, some other real strong teams. In the BYOC, right before we played, we beat Project KR twice and beat them bad on our worst map, which is Nuke. So I really felt the team had made a lot of adjustments to New York City, and we were going to be ready to play. You know, it's just a funny thing about Counter-Strike. You try to get hot at the right time, and I really had high hopes. I thought we were hot going into the match. The Zex match just really took a lot of juice out of us. Ions and those guys are great players, and Ions is prodigy. So he knows exactly how we play, and it's hard to switch up what you're doing when you play such a smart Counter-Strike player. And they just had our number again. And I told my guys, no more Las Vegas. You know, no more Las Vegas with Zex, and that's exactly what they did. You know, if we win that match, we advance. And unfortunately, it didn't work out this time. And you know, once again, we'll go back to the drawing board and see if we can fix some things.
Well, in your triple overtime with Team 3D, how did that match go, and how was the team's mindset?
That match was one of the most emotionally draining things we've ever done. Both teams played amazing. There wasn't like any standout players that just really went on runs. It was 10 guys just battling it out round after round. And there were so many emotional momentum switches. Just when we thought we had them down, they'd fight back. And just when they thought they had us down, we'd fight back. And really, that was anybody's game. I mean, you can say that about a lot of games, but when you go into triple overtime, it's really anybody's game. And, you know, playing them for the last time this year, and it was a really fitting end to a great year of rivalry between the two organizations, and we're fortunate to come out on top.
And on your last match against Fnatic, how was your team's mindset on that match? Because you guys had to win that match to advance to the next level.
We knew we needed to win, and we gave it everything we had. I just honestly think the car was out of gas. We played like 48 rounds or something against 3D after the emotionally devastating loss to Zex. And it'd been such a long day, we just kind of ran out of gas. I mean, Fnatic's on fire too. Even if we weren't kind of tired and emotionally drained, Fnatic may have still beat us. They're an amazing team, and we were lucky to beat them in Dallas the last time we were in this city. But you know, I wish we could have got by them and given the fans a little more Counter-Strike, but my guys gave it all they had in those last two matches, and that's all I can ask from them.
Well, with the tiebreakers, what did you think about the tiebreakers and how it was handled?
I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. I know for a fact there was a rule in place a couple days before the event where if there's a three-way tie with three teams at 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, there'd be a three-team playoff. But that magically disappeared from the rules, and we tried to find it using Google Cache websites, and the Google Cache system was down. United 5 had the same situation, as did two other teams, and we were all contemplating a dispute. But they randomly changed the rules the last second. They couldn't show me where it was in writing. It's just hard to go out by rounds. Let us play, you know, let's play a tiebreaker. But at the same time, it's the same for every team here. And as long as they enforce the rule consistently, you can't really complain. It's just frustrating when you know the rule is not that way, and they changed it, I think, for time efficiency to keep the tournament moving. Go along. But the bottom line is, we got to beat Zex. We didn't beat Zex, and if you can't beat Zex, and you got to play 3D and Fnatic, you probably don't deserve to advance. So
you guys didn't do as well as you expected. So what kind of changes can we expect for next year?
You know, I'm going to take a deep breath and try to get some sleep after all my traveling, but I'm looking at the roster. It's safe to say that, you know, I'm considering some changes. And I do read the forums and people say, oh, don't make any changes, you got to stick with the team. Well, crying out loud, I've had this roster more or less for over 2 years. We're one of the most stable rosters in the history of Counter-Strike. But if I don't see the results and I don't see the energy, I need to make changes, because the Complexity brand, you know, it's a family, but we're built around winning. And if we stop winning, I'm not going to sit back and sit idly by and just, oh, we're a family, we're going to stay together. No, we got to win. So we're going to be looking at a possible roster change and see what I decide.
Well, would you like to make any shout-outs?
Thanks a lot for the interview. Shout out to our sponsor, ATI, for sponsoring us this month. Steel Series Ice Mat, Globalcom, High Def servers, and everyone else that supports us. I'd really like to thank everybody on our website. We have a wonderful community. I really enjoy going to our website. I like everyone on there a lot. And look forward to 2007 because we really have a lot of amazing news coming out that's going to turn the sport upside down. And we're in a good place right now, even though this event didn't work out. It's about winning the war. It stinks to lose a battle, but you got to win the war, and we're still doing real well in the war.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Jason.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.